Welcome to the Gun Review, the show where we'll be testing the best guns and gear of the moment.
No surprises here, lad.
Not all tests will be scientific, but I can promise you there'll be a lot of fun.
No, you're not a fan of a rounded knob?
No, I like a good square knob.
Yeah.
Joining me in this quest is Ryan and Big Mike.
Two genuine heroes. We are right here.
In today's episode, we test 3 modern, steel-proofed side-by-sides.
Yes.
Mike shoots Helis in the Spanish mountains.
When in Spain, do as the Spains do.
Yep.
Do as the Spains do.
That's the same.
Ryan looks over the new Christensen arms.
Got a forged technology stock.
And I discuss whether $3 is too much for a rifle scope.
You can buy an amazing scope from another manufacturer for as little as £300.
Welcome to Season 2 of the Gun Review.
Welcome back to the Gun Review. Today we have got 3 awesome side-by-sides to share with you.
Speaking of side-by-sides, seen the new 486 that's been released, 10th anniversary.
I quite like that engraving pattern.
Hand finished as well. Select case, 20 and 12 bore. Only 20 are coming to the UK though.
Exclusivity is a nice thing.
£7 as well, so
That's enough.
a little bit more than normal, but it is worth it.
It's a hell of a lot less than a Holland and Holland.
It is, yeah. What else is new, Johnny?
It's not exactly new, but it's something we haven't looked at on the show. It's the new Galleon Over and Under. Ooh. It was released last year in all its glory. It's kind of cool, new British gun, about £30,000 starting price, so it's not cheap, but by British standards, it's basically free.
Yeah.
The technology in the gun is quite advanced. They glue the barrels together, which they claim is stronger than traditional methods without the mess. It's done at room temperature. There's no barrel distortion, which gives you a good set of barrels. It's really nicely finished. It's all made on the same machines that do aerospace and F1 Tech. The company who builds them also do other things. It's kind of cool. It's kind of pretty. It's very British.
Yeah, be nice to have a look at one.
What about you, Ryan? Something less expensive?
Yeah, less expensive and not really civilian market, but finally, the SA-80 is starting to be replaced for the British military.
You were in the military, right? So
No, I was in the Air Cadets, which is pretty much the same thing, right?
It's basically the SAS.
As my mate Keith says. But yeah, finally, the SA-80 is starting to be replaced with the Knights Armaments KS-1, which is basically like an AR platform. It's going to be like put out to the range of regiments, and then eventually the SA-80 might disappear.
It's a sad thing, right? The SA-80 has got like a bad rep, but it's been around for a long time. It's been updated massively. It's a cool gun. Not the sort of thing we look at usually, but
No, it's just a bit of cool news.
it's cool news.
Yeah.
Now we've spoken about sodding expensive guns and guns that aren't relevant to anything that we ever do.
No, that nobody's ever going to get to play with.
Let's go and look at 3 of the market-leading side-by-sides. I have got the Fair Izide, a sub £2,000 side-by-side made in Italy. Fair stands for Fabbrica Armi Isidoro Rizzini and is technically pronounced Fayard. It is a wonderful little side-by-side. This one runs under 1900. It is available in 12, 16, 20, 28 and 410 in 26 and 3/4, 28 inch and 30 inch barrels. For a reasonably priced side-by-side, they have literally every option under the sun. I can't wait to shoot it. It's been a while since I've had a go with one of these.
So I've gone for the Webley & Scott Imperial Little Beauty. So these are available in 12, 20 and 410. Unfortunately not 28 yet. It's got a nice colour case hardening, Prince of Wales grip, available in 28 and 30 inch barrels, multi-choke, £2,250. So slightly more than Johnny's gun, but I think it's slightly prettier, if I'm honest.
So I've gone for the Beretta 486. It is the most expensive option at the table at £5,850, but I believe it is worth absolutely every penny. You've got the new 5-axis deep scroll engraving on there. Grade 2.5 inch stock. This one is the pistol grip version with the Magnum style forend. They also do a straight stocked version with the more traditional English style forend. Also come fitted multi-choke with 5 Optima HP chokes, 12 and 20, all with 3-inch chambers and superior steel proofed as well. I think I'm onto a winner here.
They are 3 very different guns. Ours are similar in price point, ours are similar in build country, and yours are similar in prettiness. Not that mine's not pretty.
Yeah, yours are both Italian and mine hails from Turkey. After the last Webley and Scott that I fired, I actually really like this one.
Quite a nice one.
Yeah, the last one was built to a budget. This one's clearly got a few bob thrown at it.
Yes, it's very nice. It swings very nice, it feels lovely, and it looks very pretty. The only thing I can't get used to, all my side-by-sides have double triggers. So the amount of times I'm reaching back for the double trigger.
Yeah, I'm not keen on this whole selectable single. I feel like a side-by-side should have a non-selectable single.
I prefer a double trigger.
But I shot the baby version of that. I thought it was a really nice gun for the money. That is a known quantity.
Everyone knows a 486.
It's stunning.
You had an option of straight hand with splinter, but you picked the yob gun.
It's not really yob, is it?
It's basically an over and under.
It's basically, it's a 30-inch over and under, essentially.
Yeah, the barrel's just been twisted. Pistol grip, beaver tail forward.
3-inch Magnum chamber.
It's not the lightest side-by-side.
I also have a 3-inch Magnum chamber.
Yeah, I think it defeats the object of a side-by-side being light and wanting to carry it around all day.
You say that, a lot of side-by-side users like the idea, but they'll shoot a DT or a K80 on clays and they want to have a little dabble.
This is basically
this is a good dabble.
Yeah.
Something like this is way too lively, and as we've just found out, it's taken me 25 shells to stop shooting it like an over and under.
Do you get what you pay for? Probably yes.
You never go too far wrong with a Beretta.
No, you can't.
There's a known quantity there. It will have good second-hand value. It won't break. And if anything ever goes wrong, spare parts will be available for eternity. But I think that's all part of the thing, right? You can buy a new car from a well-known brand that will be around forever. You can buy something fringe. Same with technology, cameras, DVD players, TVs. You pay a premium for premium product.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A brand, but the brand that's been around forever is a good thing to be a part of. This is a beautiful gun. Way more beautiful than its price point dictates.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm going to let this gun's shooting do the talking. I think that it's the best value gun here.
Really?
At $18.50, it's the cheapest.
It's definitely the cheapest. Does that mean it's the best value though?
Well, it's from a well-known maker with good warranty. Like, in my head, that's a good thing. A real gentleman wears gloves, Ryan. You may take the piss off camera, but so I can shake your hand, and I haven't touched a peasant.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
I tell you what, it took a while to get used to this because I've been shooting over and unders for a little while.
Yeah.
But when you just let loose and let go, it's really nice, which is where I think Michael's has the advantage. You can just chop and change.
Yeah.
It is kicky. It's a lightweight 12 bore, and even with the Sporting 100, which is a softer shell, that plastic plate, the sort of dimensions aren't right for me. I think it was fitted, that might be a bit better. It definitely, you feel physics.
Yeah. Could probably benefit from a different butt pad.
Yeah, but again, that would increase the price point, and I think given that most people will have this gun fitted to them, or most people do get guns fitted to them, why would you spend and invest in a plate? I'd rather they invested in the wood, which is of really nice quality. You can see it's got some nice fiddleback, some nice grain. The engraving, which is not too pretentious. You've got some game scene and scroll. They're not tried too hard, but it looks good and classy. And the skip checkering, you know, I really like skip checkering. It's not very British.
Yeah, it's not to my taste.
But it's a Italian gun.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Yeah, it's Italian.
See. After you, gentlemen.
And have a try.
He did hit that. If you hit it properly, you know what they do? Great.
That's how you do it, boys. But it swings nice. It's nice and instinctive.
Yeah, same gun in a 20 bore, lighter load. Now
much more pleasant.
Yeah.
Michael, would you like to try?
I would, yeah.
Yes.
It shoots like a side-by-side.
Yeah, like,
oh, well, that's handy.
Accurate representation to a
I mean, that's handy because it is a side-by-side.
It's lightweight, it needs to be shot with a bit of speed, and it kicks.
Yeah.
No surprises here, lads.
I think if you got used to it and practiced with it, you could be very handy with it, shall we say.
I like that this isn't an auto safety either.
It's not auto safe.
No.
That's weird. Yes.
Oh, and then this swings a lot faster as well, especially being a 20. But because it's a 20, you don't get that big thump from the recoil.
You got a bit of a heavier stock on there than you do on that 12 as well, so it is going to be a little bit more right-hand heavy.
Yeah, and it's nice with the Prince of Wales grip as well.
Yeah.
I find that nicer than a straight stock, personally, on a side-by-side.
You see, I like flat knob on a Prince of Wales. The round knob, the rounded pommel, there's something about it just doesn't do it for me.
No, you're not a fan of a rounded knob?
No, I like a good square knob.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, don't miss this time. All right, go on, big boy. Oh, he made that look awkward, didn't he? Michael actually hit one on camera.
Well, it turns out I shoot a 20 better than a 12.
You know, I reckon it's about 2 ounces heavier than this. It's not a lightweight gun.
No, it's not a lightweight
It's
gun.
not quite the same league, is it?
But it's very well balanced.
This is horses for courses. If you want a heavyweight 20 bore, this is your one. Lightweight 20 bore, this in 20 bore would be a more appropriate walked up lightweight gun. I am defending this because that's my job. The raised rib really helps with just shooting it in a more over and under way. Like, it's a nice hybrid between the full over and under side by side and the actual side by side. Have some of that. You can't fault the way it shoots. Trigger is actually really nice, crisp, clean. The operation, the finish, the mechanical parts, it feels like a well-finished gun. It feels like a £2,000 gun, which is what you want when you're spending £2,000.
Yes, 2,250 to be precise.
I really like that.
It's quite a fair price, really.
I'd like it to be a little lighter
Yeah.
if we're going to be a little picky. A 20 bore side by side, it does limit for who it's for because you're not having a huge weight saving over a 12. But you do get the added boasting ability of saying, oh, got a 20.
Yeah.
That actually wins a lot of points.
Now onto the side-by-side, not side-by-side.
Not the best when it's twice the price. I think we'll all be shocked.
Well, Jacob, it's almost 3 times the price of the fair. It's amazing. If I was going to buy one side-by-side, it's got to be this one. Yes, it's expensive, but it's so good.
Well, after you then. I mean, you can tell it's better because we're all killing it way earlier where the target
And
actually
consistency.
takes a little bit of work.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm suddenly spending £6,000 in my head on the side-by-side after shooting 4 shots with it. That is very, very nice.
You can get them second-hand. Maybe not in the deep scroll, but the older ones are on the market second-hand. You can pick them up for what, 3 grand?
3.5.
It's absolutely stunning to look at, and it shoots lovely.
Oh, my turn.
Go on.
As early as you can, quickest off the trap arm. Extra 100 feet per second.
Nicely done. You probably win now.
It's such a clear winner. It's so annoying.
It is very
I
annoying.
always wish for bargains. This gun doesn't kick.
No,
at all.
soaks it up lovely.
I feel genuinely dangerous with that.
Yeah.
I know it is the most popular side-by-side for over and under users because it shoots like an over and under, but seeing as I am that guy, that's fine. Either if you want to shoot it earlier than me, you give it a go, but I feel like I could do anything with that gun. Sash makes a good point that if used as 3 grand, I mean, there's no brainer that I'd buy that over either of those.
Yeah, saving up another 750 to buy one of them second hand.
But if we also you're looking second hand, a fair side second hand is 1,000, and a Webley & Scott's too new to be second hand on the market. But it's not ours to say that people should buy that because it is a way more expensive than the others.
It's vastly more expensive.
But it's nice to see a difference.
You could definitely feel the difference.
A lot of the time, certainly with over and unders, look at the Brownings. The S1 adjustable is not that different to an Ultra XS Pro. Yeah, there's balancing weights, there's bits, but the spec and the shooting is similar.
Yeah.
They're all worlds apart.
Yeah, oh, completely.
That's nice.
Yeah, completely different.
Beat the tree, Michael. Well then, Ryan, quick
Go on
stop
then,
the
I'll
trap
give it a go. No.
You just suck.
I don't think there's much competition, is there really?
It's sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
I'm always an underdog hoper.
I was really taken by the Webley & Scott until I shot the Beretta.
And I was taken by the fair because it's the only proper side-by-side here, but turns out I'm not a gentleman.
No, I could have told you that.
You'd be happy with any of them?
Yes.
I think if it was me buying, given my financial situation, this would probably be the sort of realms I'd go for, or a second-hand 471 / Parallelo.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'd lean to. But there is something kind of nice about getting a new gun as well, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. As we all know, every single gun shop is full of box lock, non-ejectors that people can't sell. If you want to get into the realms of trying out a side-by-side, you can pick one up for 50, 40 quid like I did.
You're going with 300 to 400 quid, you're going to walk out with a nice
side-by-side, see if it works for you, and then you can only move up in the world.
Welcome. Today we're at Terre Pichon, and I'm going to shoot Helis. It's something I've never done before. They're called ZZ birds in America, I believe. I'm not sure what to expect. A little bit about Thierry Pichon. So they do trap here, Helis, and they even do live pigeons as well. They've got 2 layouts, a lovely, lovely restaurant, a little gun room as well where you can buy cartridges and things like that, and a nice bar as well, which is always a good shout. So you've shot a lot of Helis before.
Yes, I have. It's a beautiful sport, shot in Spain, shot in a few clubs in Belgium, but you don't often see it elsewhere. You do see it in the US, and then they're called ZZ birds. The rules is you just present the gun, you can shoulder the gun, you call for the Helis, and you need to shoot the white center out of the actual Helis, and the white center should fall within the white perimeter. If it's in, it's a score. If it's out, it doesn't count. Even though you might have hit it, it doesn't count.
It still goes out. It's out of bounds technically.
Yeah.
Never a dirt rifle, eh?
Turns out I'm a Helis killer.
Yeah. So first Helis, how did that go?
First time, not too bad, I don't think. I shot a few that are out of bounds or landed out of bounds, but
there is a lot of variety, so it's a different thing every time. Eh?
There's a lot, yeah. So there's a lot of different types of targets. Some going up, some left, some right, some low, some high.
I'm gonna give this another try myself.
You have a go. Show me how it's done. I like it. It's very different. So what makes a good Helis gun?
To me, a good Helis gun is a heavy gun because you're shooting 32, 34 gram shells.
Yeah.
They're quite punchy, so something needs to absorb the recoil.
Yeah.
So I like a vintage 1970s Spanish pigeon gun. Always my favorite, but it works with anything else as well, of course.
Yeah, you can shoot it with something like a Caesar Grady.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But when in Spain...
When in Spain, do as the Spains do.
Yeah.
Do as the Spains do.
That was the wrong way.
So, do you enjoy your first day of Helis?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's different, isn't it?
But I think we had enough for today. Let's go for a drink.
Yeah, let's get out of the clouds.
So, having a little look at this from Christian Arms, the Messer FFT. This is basically a Model 14. This one is in 6.5 Creedmoor. It's got a forged technology stock. This thing comes in at £5.5, so it's pretty lightweight, full floating barrel. Comes in 2 different options. So you can have this like burnt bronze Cerakote, or you can get it in tungsten if that's not to your choice. But the way that the stock's designed, it actually soaks up quite a bit of the recoil for these larger calibers. It's basically built on a Remington 700 platform, but obviously they put their own twist on it. So you've got the fluted barrel, which has got an internal rail on it, so it keeps it extra smooth when you're operating it. You've got a lovely little carbon bolt handle on there, wide ejection port. These have internal magazine on them. It's very nice. Obviously, once you...
Mate, I know that you never
hello,
do
Johnny.
any walking whatsoever.
No, I do like to shoot from a high seat. It's just a lot easier, isn't it? Especially when you're my weight, Johnny.
Yeah, like it's like a Formula 1 driver.
It's quite hard to
The
store.
weight of the driver and the car needs to be level.
Yeah.
It brings you into a normal car.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're just the vision of fitness that is Mr. Jonathan Carr.
I don't like that rifles don't come with interchangeable pads. That's something the market should change.
It definitely should change because we're all very different sizes, and the way that people are now is everyone's a lot bigger and a lot taller than what they used to be.
You look at the shotgun market, pretty much everything's available in adjustable length and cone now.
Yeah, I mean, coming from people like you and me, our size, nothing off of the shelf.
Size.
Same size. I mean, obviously you're taller and I'm in a little bit of a dip, but nothing off of the shelf. Oh, I hate you.
I like that, man.
I like it. The trigger pull is exceptional.
This is a Swarovski Z8i 2.3 to 18 by 56L. It's an illuminated reticle Swarovski. It's their flagship model, I think it's fair to say. 30mm tubes, 740 grams. That's really not a bad weight for a 2.3 to 18. It's £3 which is a lot of money. And when it comes to scopes, really, nowadays is the best time to be alive. You can buy an amazing scope from another manufacturer for as little as £300, and that will get you a scope that will sit on a centerfire rifle and get you out shooting. You can buy them even cheaper, but I think the £300 mark is really where it starts for centerfire scopes that are actually worth investing in. The big question is it worth spending this much money on a scope? And as somebody who owns a Swarovski, I can say yes. It obviously hurts when you buy them. There is no doubt in my mind about that. It hurts when you buy them, but I've had mine now for nearly 10 years. A 10-year investment, suddenly not too bad. That scope will go until the day I die, and the clarity on these is probably the best for my eye on the market. If you don't believe me, you can go and look through every Swarovski on the market, as well as scopes from every other major manufacturer at the British Shooting Show from the 23rd to the 25th of February at the NEC in Birmingham. It's a fantastic show. We go every year for the full 3 days and thoroughly enjoy it. Tickets in advance are £25.81. Go buy them now. We'll see you there.
On TGS recently, I did a refurb on a $2 shotgun, a £1.30 shotgun. This show and the British Shooting Show isn't all about expensive guns. There are so many bargains there. Last year I bought a gun for £100. It's really nice. This, and you could buy a nice version of this for about 150 to 200. So I thought I'd bring it out today, mostly so the boys can have a shot, and also so it can get some sun on it, because I'm slowly falling in love. We're done with shiny new. Let's shoot some old junk, because actually that's more us. That's the true purpose of all of our gun cabinets is rust. Get in and shoot it.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
It looks like it's been holding a door open.
Shut up. Leave it alone. I will shoot it to prove that I don't die. Does that make you feel better?
Okay. So what did this cost again? £1.30.
Because I just feel like we don't want to prove that you have to be spending £6,000 to buy a good gun.
No.
You can
How
buy...
much for them to take it back? I mean, it's lovely.
Look, shooting can be very expensive, but you can also get in the door for not a lot of money. And
Yeah,
this is just what I
cheap.
wanted to point out, because sometimes people think that shooting is all glamour, glitz, £10,000 shotguns. It doesn't have to be.
No, you could do it cheap. I mean, who needs bluing on a barrel?
No one.
No one. It's an optional extra, right?
Shut up and shoot it. It's
Okay,
nicer than
Dad.
your gun.
There we go. Jesus. No, that double discharged.
You're saying it's like driving a bad car, is it?
Look,
Always work.
And the engine blows up.
when you're spending more than £1 on a gun, they usually work. This one is less reliable, but it doesn't matter. It's all part of the fun.
It still went bang, Michael. It just
He hit the clay.
hit the clay, yeah, with 2 shots.
Look, it didn't do it for me. It must just be a Michael thing.
Yeah, it
I
didn't
have
do it.
56 grams of lead in the air. I should hope I hit it.
It doesn't always guarantee success.
Try it again. You just need to hold it properly, Michael. Nice shot, Michael.
It's just a gun. Sometimes you just need a gun. People worry, people think they need to spend thousands. It helps. However, you don't have to go and have fun in the field.
No, it's
And
not
that's
about what
important.
other people think. It's about your own enjoyment.
Okay. Guys, back to the studio.
Does this mean Michael won?
He won if it's in terms of the best gun.
Yeah.
The most expensive gun. Yeah, I think he definitely did win. But I think the Beretta did shine through today.
It really did. It was interesting to see how much of a difference was there.
Yeah. I mean, to go, like you say, from clay shooting and over and under all the time, and then switching to a side-by-side, that gun's definitely the easiest transition.
It's definitely the one to have.
From somebody that shot a side-by-side before, the Webley's faster moving for me, but the Beretta, in quality terms, did shine through.
Yeah, it was a special gun. But they're all kind of cool in their own way, and that was nice. Looking forward to next time?
I am indeed. We're doing stalking rifles through the ages.
1970s, 1920s, and
Modern day.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they differ.
Oh my God.
Would you hang any of them in your house?
I would.
That was the most polite fake I would.
No, I would.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye guys.
Bye.